guys? Today we're going to talk about the greatest UFC card of all time, UFC 312. Aren't you guys excited? Aren't you guys excited for the fact that there's only four ranked fighters on the main card? Aren't you guys excited that the feature fight is Justin fucking Tafa? Aren't you guys excited? Aren't you guys excited for the rematch that no one asked for with Strickland and Duplessis? Let's just get right into it. Make sure you guys like and sub. Let's go, guys. Oh my god. Why did I pick UFC as a freaking as a YouTube? I should have became like BXG fucking OnlyFans. Anyways, let's start with oh my freaking. We're gonna start this amazing card with Hyung Sung Park versus Neum Jargle. I'm a based Neum Jargle enjoyer, just like you guys are, so I'm gonna go with Neum Jargle by first round knockout. Okay, um Quinlan Salkid versus no, not redeem, sir. No, not fucking redeem, sir. I'm Shoja Blee, the GOAT, the greatest fighter in the history of the sport. Honestly, I don't know who's winning this. I don't care. I'll go. Fucking Quinlan. Yeah, I'll go the Australian guy. Quinlan's the guy. Kevin, you say Jonathan McAuliffe. I'll go Jonathan McAuliffe. Rong Zhu versus Cody Steele. I'll go Cody Steele. No, I'll go Rong Zhu actually. He looks stronger. I'll go Rong Zhu. And no, I'll go Cody Steele. I'll go Cody Steele. Kobe Thickness. Okay, finally. We've got some decent fights here. We got some good fights. Finally. I'm sorry guys, don't say I'm a casual, bro, but if you guys want me to actually sit here and fucking if you guys want me to really sit here and break down a fucking Ancho Jabli fight against some guy I've never heard. I mean, I've heard of Quinlan Salkid, but like what are we doing here, bro? I'm not gonna sit here and break down a Kevin Juice fight. I'm sorry, guys. Let's get into the real fights. Alexandria Topuria versus Kobe Thickness. I'm going with Alexandria Topuria. I think he's just got really good grappling. I think he's just pretty good on the feet. He's probably not as good as his brother. This is at bantamweight too, which is kind of crazy because Topuria is a really big bantamweight. You know, I honestly I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know if I thought he was a lightweight. This whole time I was like, oh, he's a lightweight, right? I thought he was a lightweight until I'm like, wait, this is a bantamweight fight. Like this dude is fucking huge. So Topuria, well, I'm pretty sure he fought at featherweight before too. To be fair, but anyway, sorry. Topuria is gonna win this fight. I'll say by probably decision. I think Kobe Thickness will do good. I know he's been training. I know he's been. The fact that his last name is legitimately Thickness is crazy. Like, how is that even possible? His last name is actually Kobe. His name is actually Kobe Thickness. Like, this is not a joke. I thought like that was his nickname or something. His real name is Kobe Thickness. Wow. But I got Topuria, man. I got Topuria, and yeah, I feel like he's gonna win decision. You know, I don't think he's gonna smoke Kobe Thickness. Kobe Thickness has been training. He said, you know, he said he's been sort of he's been training, he's been ready. I think he was preparing for another fight, I think. So he's been prepared, and obviously the big thing really is Volk is going to be in the corner of Kobe Thickness, and Ilya is going to be in the corner of Topuria, of Alexandria Topuria. Now, I want to say this real quick. Why is this not on the main card? Like, we're going to skip ahead a little bit, sorry, but like, if you look at the main card, you're telling me this couldn't be on the main card over a Jimmy Crute fight? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, Justin Tafa has to be on the main card, guys. Neither of these guys are ranked, by the way. Justin Tafa just has to be on the main card. Jake Matthews, okay, he's good, but like, come on, bro. Jack Jenkins should have been on the main card over these guys. At least Jack Jenkins is good. Borshev Tom Nolan is a better fight than a Justin Tafa fight. It's just because he's a heavyweight, I guess. This should have been on the main card, Kobe Thickness, Topuria, but whatever, bro. I'm going Topuria. I think he's going to out-grapple Thickness, and he'll do good on the feet. I know everyone's bringing up the fact that his past opponents coming up were cans, but it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. Wang Tong versus Bruno. I've been waiting for this day since I've started doing MMA YouTube. This is the first fight that I'm predicting of my beloved Bruna Brazil. Now, if you guys have been watching my channel, you guys know, Bruna Brazil is my favorite women's fighter. No reason in particular. No, but she's actually a really good fighter. This one's a little bit tricky just because I think Bruna Brazil is really good, but Kong did kind of get fraud checked in her last fight. Yo, Bruna Brazil, stop looking at me like that, you know. But anyways, Wayne Kong. No, seriously though, this one's tricky. This one's tricky. This one's really tricky, guys. This is not an easy fight to predict. Ooh, ooh. Who did Bruno Brazil last beat? Wasn't it Molly? I knew it was Molly McCain. Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't it Molly McCain? Ah, shit. So she last beat Molly. She last beat Molly. She last beat Molly. Wang Kong's last fight was against some random Brazilian. She looked alright on the feet though. Like Wang Kong looked good on the feet, but I feel like Bruno Brazil might be able to. Excuse me. But Bruno Brazil, didn't she submit Molly as well in that fight? No, I think she just beat her up on the feet. This is a really hard fight to predict. Why am I stuck on this fight? I'm going Wang Kong. No, I'm going Bruno Brazil. I'll never pick against my queen. I'm going Bruno Brazil via 30-27. No, honestly though, I'll go Wang Kong because I don't think Bruno Brazil is. What the fuck did I just do? I don't think Wang Kong. Sorry, I don't think Bruno Brazil is like. I think she could probably grapple. I mean, she's fucking Brazilian. She probably has grappling. No offense, but like, I don't think she's like such a great level grappler. But neither was her. Neither was Wang Kong's last opponent though. I'll go Wang Kong. Just it's a women's fight. Who knows, right? Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry, Bruno Brazil, but Tom Nolan, Varislav Borshev. I'm a massive Borshev fan. I'm a really big Borshev fan. I think he's an awesome fighter. Tom Nolan, he's really good as well. He is coming off of a win August 17th. What is wrong with these fighters, bro? Like, I'm sorry, chat. Why am I saying chat? I'm sorry, guys, but like MMA fighters, I say this every single pay-per-view. MMA fighters are actually not underpaid because the fact that this guy's last fight was August 17th, it tells me that he's paid pretty well. If he can afford to just stay home for a whole year, pretty much. But anyways, I'll go Borshev. Borshev got submitted by Chase Hooper, I believe, in his last fight, even though it was a weird stoppage. Tom Nolan is good, but these are such tough fights to predict because these are unranked guys. Like, there's no. How can I sit here and confidently pick either one of these guys, you know? I guess I'll go Tom Nolan. I guess. I trust Tom Nolan more than Borshev. I like Borshev, bro, but I'm going Vyacheslav Borshev. I don't care. Fuck this. I'm going Borshev. Nah, I'm going Tom Nolan. I'm going Tom Nolan. I'm gonna go Tom Nolan. I'm not gonna try to just be different and pick Borshev. I like Borshev, but just like I like Bruno Brazil, but I gotta be honest, right? Like they're probably not winning their fights, so I can't be biased here and just be like, oh, I like him, so I'm gonna pick him. I'm not like some other people, so I'll pick Borshev. I didn't mean to click that. I mean, I'll pick Tom Nolan. This is a fucking mess. Just like this pay-per-view, this whole fucking shit is a mess. Jack Jenkins versus da da da. I'll pick Jack Jenkins via second round knockout. Anyway, like come on, who cares, bro? Like let's get to this. Let's get to the last two fights, please. Jake Matthews versus so and so. I'm picking Jake Matthews first round knockout. Jimmy Crute versus Rodolfo Bellato. Jimmy Crute sucks, so I'm picking Rodolfo Bellato via fucking third round submission. Justin Taffa versus I'm picking Justin Taffa via first round knockout. Finally, let's get to the main and co-main event. Zhang Weili and Tatiana Suarez, my two wives are beefy. I'm kidding, guys. I am happily married, all right? So I shouldn't be making jokes like this. Zhang Weili versus Tatiana Suarez. Very I don't know. This is a good fight. I think this is a really good fight, obviously. This is a good opponent for Zhang Weili. It's a weird fight because and this is kind of my problem with the UFC right now. They're just kind of booking whatever they want. Like Tatiana Suarez had a fight coming up with who was it that she was supposed to fight that got canceled? It'll probably tell me here, but let me see. She was supposed to fight not Andra. No, she was supposed to fight somebody else. Her last fight was in 2023. I'm picking Zhang Weili. Yeah, I don't know why people are picking Tatiana Suarez. Like, I understand, like she's a good grappler. She's the female Habib. Da 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 da. Zhang Weili is just Zhang Weili is just better all around. I think now Tatiana is a better grappler. Obviously, she's got better wrestling. But Zhang Weili is not no slouch on the ground. She can offensively grapple herself. And I also just think she's much better on the feet than Tatiana Suarez. I think she has much better striking and kicks. And I just think she'll be able to just. This is a 5 round fight. Like, you got to remember, this is 5 rounds. And I favor Zhang Weili. I know she's been inactive. I know she fights once a year. But that's still a lot more active than Tatiana, who literally hasn't fought since 2023. Like, she didn't fight the entirety of last year, and we're in February, and now she's finally fighting in this year. So I'm not really gonna pick her based off of like. I know neither woman has been that active, but Zhang Weili's been a lot more fucking active. At least she's fighting at least once a year. So I'm going Zhang Weili. I'll go Zhang Weili via. This one's tough. I'll go decision. I don't really. I don't trust women's fighters to get stoppages anymore. I'm sorry. No offense to Zhang Weili. I love Zhang Weili. Her fight with Joanna is one of my all-time favorite fights. Like, no glazing, no. I love that fight. I watched it live. That fight was incredible. That was the last good women's fight we ever got. That was like 5 years ago. I'm kidding, guys. No, I'm not. I'm not kidding. The only good fights are. No, I'm not gonna say it. I was gonna say Mackenzie Dern, but that joke is already old. Zhang Weili is gonna win this fight. I think Zhang Weili is just look, dude, it's not like when Zhang Wei Li is like gone for like the whole year. Like, what do you guys think she's really doing? Like, she's training, she's working on her grappling, she's working on her striking. When Tatiana Suarez is gone for a whole year, it's because she's nursing an injury. Like, you guys know what I mean? Like, there's just I just trust Zhang Wei Li to be in a better form than Tatiana, who's like just gets injured twice a year, 3 times a fucking year. I trust Zhang Weili to just be better going into this stronger. I just trust Zhang Weili more. It's a women's fight, so you never know. Tatiana might get a head kick KO in the first round, but I'm going Zhang Weili via like maybe maybe like 4-1 decision. Maybe Tatiana might win the first round, and then Zhang Weili will kind of bring it back. It might be close. Maybe it's a 3-2. I don't know. I don't know. I hope it's a great fight though. I hope it's a war. So I'm going Zhang Weili. The only really great fight on this card. I mean, the co-main event is great, but the co-main event is good, but this is great. Dricus du Plessis, Sean Strickland. Now, I know I said earlier in the video that this is a rematch nobody cares about. Or I think I said it earlier, but if I didn't, then I'm saying it now. This is a fight really no one cares about. But at the same time, I'm okay with it just because of the fact that Hamzat was probably not going to turn around in February. He probably wasn't going to fight this soon. So it's not, and they clearly want him in the US, so they're probably going to take a lot of time to fix his visa or whatever the problem is. So doing this in the meantime, and then the winner goes on to face Hamzat maybe in the summer makes sense, or maybe even in October. Now, as for a Mavov, I would rather them just do Hamzat and Mavov, winner of that faces Drick. Well, it is what it is. Poor Mavov. He doesn't have the Dagestan Russian privilege, unfortunately, like they all do, right? Like Umar Nurmagomedov, who gets booked to fight Corey Sandhagen, and then he pulls out, and then they just rebook it. Whereas Arman Sarukian is the number 1 contender, gets booked to fight fucking Islam Makhachev, and now there's rumors he's gonna fight Chandler. So, anyways, I'm picking Dricus du Plessis to beat Sean Strickland, and I've always picked this fight going back months ago, and I've always picked Dricus to win, and I'm not gonna change that now, and especially because now Sean Strickland apparently has. I don't know why my nose is stuffed. He apparently has staph infection. So at the press conference, he had a big bump on his arm, and there's a video of him training, which I just saw before recording this. There's a video of him training with Kyle Baralho, and he's got tape around that same spot. Like, he has staph infection. I know he denied it at the press conference, but he has staph infection. So the question is, is how much is that going to affect the fight? And I think it's going to affect it pretty heavily because I always pick Dricus to submit Strickland or maybe ground and pound TKO him in the later rounds. Because I feel like if anyone is making improvements, it's Dricus, right? Strickland's style is always going to be Strickland's style. He's always going to be the guy that jabs, teeps, Philly shell. That's just his style. He can't change that because that's how he's been training for years and years and years and years and years. He spars like that for hundreds of hours in sparring, in training, in his fights. Like that's his style, and it's a successful style. He beat guys like Adesanya and Paulo Costa, and some people say he beat Dricus in the first fight. But this is different, man. Dricus's style is good, but Dricus's style, Dricus's style is good, but he's improving too. He looked pretty good in the Izzy fight, even though Izzy looked great as well. So did Dricus. Dricus did look improved, and Dricus is making striking improvements. And I think his grappling is also improving, even though I feel like his grappling is more just like brute force. Like I don't think he actually is that skilled of a grappler. I just think he's like really strong. But yeah, I'm picking Dricus. And there's not really much to say here. And now that Strickland has staff, I'm still picking Dricus via round four, probably round four rear naked choke. I want to say round four rear naked choke or round four maybe ground and pound TKO is sort of the two that I'm thinking of. Just because now that he has staff, do you guys really think Strickland is gonna like do good in those later rounds? Because if Strickland's strategy was like, okay, I'm gonna bring it to the later rounds, because yeah, you could say Strickland won the fifth round in their last fight, but if he has staph infection, that's going to heavily affect his ability to um go long in this fight. So I'm picking Dricus, man. I'm picking Dricus. There's not really much to say. Like, it's just I'm picking if you're picking Strickland, I mean, I don't know. I don't really get why you'd pick Sean Strickland other than just I know the first fight was close. The first fight was close, but bro, like you act like people can't improve. Like Dricus has improved since their first fight, and he just beat Israel Adesanya, whereas Strickland had the same type of performance he's always had against Paulo Costa, and he took him to a fucking split. I know that it should have not been a split, but it was. So I'm picking Dricus, and then probably Hamzat will run in the ring and cause a fight, and then that's what will happen. So Dricus Duplessis round four or five, rear naked choke slash ground and pound TKO thing. This card is terrible. It's one of the worst cards I've ever seen. I've only spent 20 minutes talking about this card. Like usually I'm here for um at least 40 minutes. I think I even was here for like 50 minutes for one of the cards. But here I've only been talking for about 20 minutes because that's how bad this card is. I'm sorry, like for you guys that might call me a casual and say, why don't you break down? I'm not gonna break down a Jack Jenkins fight, bro. It's MMA. Like I'm picking Jack Jenkins or I'm not gonna break down a Justin Tafa fight. I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, I think Justin Tafa, he's gonna go in there, he's gonna work the leg kicks, but I'm not gonna do that. That's just not I'm just not. I'll break down the main event and the co-main event because those are the only fights that matter on this card. Like if Jack Jenkins wins, who gives a fuck? Nobody cares. He's not even ranked, so who cares, bro? There's no ranked guys on this card except the main and co-main. Isn't that it? I'm about to lose my mind. I'll see you guys next time. Dricus Duplessis, let's fucking go. He's gonna smoke Sean Strickland, then he's gonna smoke that fucking rat lip bum. I'm such a mutt. Why do I feel like that's racist saying rat lip? I don't know. Anyway, see you guys next time. Peace.